You thought it was just desire, just attraction, a fleeting moment of pleasure that meant nothing. But what if I told you that your sexual energy, something so personal, so powerful, has quietly become the trap that's dimming your inner light? Every swipe on a screen, every meaningless encounter, every image designed to provoke, it all seems harmless, even fun. But beneath the surface, something far more dangerous is unfolding. Look around. Intimacy today doesn't look like connection anymore. It looks like performance. It feels rushed, emptied. The world calls it freedom, but it feels more like disconnection. Dating apps sell us the fantasy of endless options. But the more we chase, the more alone we feel. The more we give ourselves away, the less of us seems to remain. We are being taught that physical closeness is enough, that the body is all there is. But deep down, your soul knows better. The truth is, intimacy was never meant to be a game. It was never meant to be casual. Real intimacy is a sacred exchange of energy. It has the power to build, to awaken, to heal. But in this age, that power is being misused. Your attention is being hijacked. Your desires are being manipulated. And your energy, the very force that fuels your purpose, is being drained. There's a reason the ones who are spiritually gifted, the ones who feel deeper and see clearer, are being targeted the most. They're called the chosen ones. Maybe you're one of them. And if you are, then know this. The attack isn't just on your mind or your body, it's on your spirit. Through temptation, through distraction, through false versions of love. What's being sold as intimacy is often just a mask, a test, a trap. This isn't just about relationships, it's about the war for your soul. Because when your energy is scattered, when your body is open but your spirit is closed, you begin to forget who you are. And that's exactly what this system wants. To keep you disconnected from your true power. To make you forget your light. But not anymore. Not after this. If intimacy today is a battlefield, then sexual energy is the weapon everyone wants to control. Yet few truly understand. This energy, the force behind desire and connection, is actually one of the highest frequencies we carry. Long before our modern world turned it into something casual or cheap, ancient traditions like Taoism, Tantra, and many mystical teachings taught that sexual energy is not just physical, it's the very spark of life itself. It is the creative force that fuels everything we do. The energy that manifests ideas into reality, that connects us deeply to ourselves and the universe. But in today's world, this sacred energy is misunderstood and misused in ways that hurt us more than we realize. The constant exposure to pornography, the endless cycle of casual encounters, and the flood of hyper-sexualized images on social media are draining this energy from countless people. Instead of honoring this force as a source of creation and spiritual power, modern culture glamorizes lust without meaning, pleasure without connection. It pushes us to chase temporary highs, leaving us empty and exhausted on a deeper level. When sexual energy is used without awareness, it comes at a heavy cost. This misuse fragments the soul, creating spiritual fog that clouds your intuition and weakens your inner guidance. You might feel drained, disconnected from your purpose, or confused about your own feelings. What many don't know is that intimacy is more than physical. It's an exchange of energy so powerful that it can bind souls together, creating what's often called soul ties. These ties can either uplift or trap you depending on the nature of the connection. If energy flows freely and with intention, it can awaken and strengthen you. But careless, unconscious encounters can leave you spiritually entangled in ways that block your growth. For the chosen ones, those who carry a deeper sensitivity and spiritual awareness, this misuse of sexual energy is especially dangerous. Your power lies in your energy, your life force, and when it's scattered or stolen, it weakens your ability to shine. But here's the key truth. Sexual energy is not evil. It's not something to fear or reject. It's an incredible, sacred power. The problem is that when you are unaware of how it works or how to protect it, this powerful energy can turn against you, becoming a source of confusion, pain, and loss. Recognizing this is the first step. Understanding that your sexual energy is a gift, a force to be honored, protected, and consciously used, is the beginning of reclaiming your spiritual power. This energy can be your greatest ally or your greatest challenge, depending on how you treat it. It's not about denying desire, but about respecting the depth and strength it holds. When you honor this force, you begin to walk a path that few choose, but one that leads to true freedom, true connection, and the awakening of your highest self. Building on the sacred nature of sexual energy and its misuse, it's important to understand the bigger picture. How modern society, or what some call the Matrix, uses desire as a powerful tool to keep people trapped. This isn't just coincidence or random chance. It's a carefully designed system built to control your mind, your energy, and your soul. Take dating apps, for example. They don't exist just to help people find love or connection. Instead, they are engineered to keep you hooked, using quick hits of dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical, that flood you with temporary feelings of validation and excitement. Every swipe, every match, every message release a tiny rush, a fast hit that tricks your brain into wanting more, like a never-ending cycle. But this is false intimacy. It doesn't build real connection or nourish the spirit. It leaves you craving and empty, caught in a loop of chasing superficial attention that never satisfies. This control goes far beyond dating apps. Look at Hollywood, music videos, and even shows made for children. They often push over sexualized themes, normalizing lust and desire without depth or meaning. Flashy images, provocative dancing, suggestive lyrics, all these are not accidents. They serve a purpose to keep your focus on the lower, base desires rather than on higher spiritual growth. This constant bombardment is a form of energy control, shaping how you think and feel, pushing you toward distraction and disconnection from your true self. At the core of this control system are the energy centers in your body, known as chakras in ancient wisdom. The root chakra, located at the base of the spine, connects you to your physical survival and security. The sacral chakra, just below the navel, governs your creativity, emotions, and yes, sexual energy. When modern culture keeps you focused here, on survival fears, on pleasure, on craving and attachment, you become stuck in these lower energy centers. Being trapped in the root and sacral chakras means your energy can't rise to the higher chakras responsible for love, intuition, and spiritual awakening. This keeps you from accessing your full power, your higher consciousness, and deeper purpose. This trap is especially dangerous for the chosen ones, those who carry high spiritual potential and sensitivity. Because of their natural power, they are targeted through temptation, seduction, and distorted forms of intimacy designed to pull them down into these lower energies. The Matrix knows that if it can keep the most powerful souls distracted or drained by lust and false connection, it can weaken the light they carry and delay their awakening. These temptations feel real, irresistible, and sometimes even pleasurable, but they come with a hidden price, a slow dimming of your spiritual fire and clarity. Recognizing this dark agenda is crucial. It's not about blaming yourself for being caught in these patterns, but about understanding the forces at play so you can break free. When you see how desire is manipulated to control energy, you begin to reclaim your power and shift your focus from fleeting pleasure to lasting spiritual growth. The path forward is about rising above the traps of false intimacy and learning to use your sexual energy with awareness and respect. Because that energy is your true strength, waiting to be awakened and fully embraced. When we begin to see desire as a tool of control, it's also important to understand the deep spiritual consequences of casual intimacy, how it affects more than just the body or mind. Every time we connect intimately with someone, whether physically or emotionally, we exchange energy. This exchange leaves an imprint on our aura, the invisible field of energy surrounding us. Sometimes, these energies from past partners remain unresolved, stuck like invisible cords tied to our spirit. Over time, these leftover energies can block the flow of blessings in our life, causing confusion, emotional ups and downs, or a persistent feeling of being lost. Imagine carrying invisible baggage from every past connection. It weighs on your spirit and makes it harder to move forward clearly. Beyond emotional effects, there's something more subtle but even more powerful happening. Spiritual parasites, or lower dimensional entities, can use sexual connections as portals to latch onto your energy. These beings feed on your life force, draining your vitality and clouding your mind. Many people don't realize this, but it explains why some experience strange dreams, nightmares, or psychic disturbances after being intimate with someone. These aren't just coincidences. They are signs that your spiritual boundaries have been crossed. Such spiritual invasions can leave you feeling unsettled, anxious, or inexplicably tired, as if something unseen is draining you. This leads to another crucial point: the difference between sexual transmutation and sexual depletion. Sexual transmutation is an ancient practice where you consciously redirect your sexual energy toward creativity, spiritual growth, and personal power. But when you engage in frequent casual intimacy without awareness or respect for this energy, you end up depleting it instead. This depletion weakens your ability to manifest your desires and maintain spiritual clarity. Your energy becomes scattered and diluted, making it much harder to stay focused, feel grounded, or attract positive experiences into your life. There are many who have felt this drain deeply. One story comes to mind about a person who constantly felt exhausted, disconnected from themselves, and trapped in a cycle of bad luck and emotional pain. They couldn't understand why, until they started exploring spirituality and chose to become celibate for a time. Slowly, their energy returned, their mind cleared, and they began to feel a strong sense of peace and purpose. This wasn't magic. It was the power of reclaiming and respecting their sexual energy, allowing their spirit to heal and grow. Understanding these spiritual consequences isn't meant to scare, but to awaken awareness. Casual intimacy may seem harmless or even normal in today's world, but it carries unseen costs that affect your soul's well-being. By recognizing the energetic imprints, the risk of spiritual attacks, and the importance of preserving your life force, you begin a path of healing and empowerment. It's about choosing how you engage with your own energy, protecting your spirit, and opening yourself to deeper, more meaningful connections that honor the sacred power within you. Building on the deep spiritual consequences of casual intimacy, it's essential to remember the original sacred purpose of sexual connection. Sex was never meant to be just a physical act or a way to satisfy momentary desire. At its core, it is a spiritual union, an exchange that aligns two energy fields, merges souls, and creates bonds that go far beyond the surface. This sacred connection is about bringing two whole beings together in a way that supports growth, healing, and transformation on a soul level. There is a huge difference between this sacred union and what so often passes for intimacy today. Modern culture pushes a transactional view of sex, where it becomes about lust, convenience, or temporary pleasure, with little regard for deeper connection. This kind of transactional sex is empty and can even be harmful, because it ignores the powerful energy exchange taking place. It treats something sacred as a casual commodity. On the other hand, love-based intimacy honors both people, creating a deep and lasting bond. It's about vulnerability, respect, and merging energies in a way that uplifts both souls. When two people come together in a true divine partnership, something remarkable happens. Their union activates dormant parts of their DNA, raises their overall vibration, and accelerates their life purpose. This kind of connection supports spiritual awakening and helps both partners evolve. It's a partnership built on mutual respect, spiritual responsibility, and a shared commitment to growth. The energy shared between these partners is pure and powerful. It can heal old wounds, open new levels of awareness, and bring a sense of deep fulfillment. For those considered chosen ones, spiritual leaders, healers, or anyone with a strong spiritual calling, this discipline is even more critical. Your sexual energy is not just personal, it is sacred currency. Every choice you make with this energy impacts not only your own path, but also the people and energies around you. Being sexually responsible means protecting this precious life force, using it consciously, and ensuring it supports your higher mission. It's not about restriction or shame, but about respect for your own power and the role it plays in the bigger spiritual picture. In this way, sacred sexuality is a profound gift. It reminds us that intimacy is more than pleasure. It is a gateway to divine connection, spiritual awakening, and purposeful living. When honored and approached with awareness, sexual energy becomes a force for healing, creation, and transformation, helping the chosen ones fulfill their destiny and shine their light brightly in the world. Continuing from the understanding of sacred sexuality, it becomes clear why protecting your energy is so important. Many people don't realize when their energy has been drained or attacked through intimacy. You might start feeling emotionally confused, suddenly sad without a clear reason, or find your motivation slipping away. Sometimes there are subtle, psychic interferences like strange dreams or feeling off balance that point to energetic disturbances caused by unresolved intimacy or soul ties. These are signs your spiritual energy has been affected, and it's time to pay attention. Breaking these soul ties and cleansing your energy is essential to reclaim your power. There are simple yet powerful rituals that can help. Taking salt baths, for example, is a natural way to clear negative energy from your body and aura. Affirmations, focused on healing and protection, can reset your mindset and help you release harmful attachments. Another important practice is cutting energetic cords. This means consciously letting go of past connections that no longer serve your growth. Spiritual fasting or periods of abstinence can also act as purification, giving your body and spirit time to heal and rebuild strength. These practices are not about punishment, but about renewal and clearing space for positive energy. It's also important to understand that choosing celibacy is not about fear or shame. It's a choice of power and spiritual mastery. Waiting for a divine partner, someone who truly honors and supports your spiritual journey, is an act of respect for yourself and your energy. This choice shows discipline and awareness, not weakness. It allows your energy to remain whole and strong, ready to be shared only with the right person at the right time. Grounding yourself daily is another key way to protect and reclaim your energy. Simple practices like walking barefoot on the earth, meditating on your sacral chakra to balance your creative energy, or journaling your feelings and insights can help you stay connected to your own power. These small but consistent actions build resilience and help you maintain clarity amid the distractions and temptations of modern life. By recognizing the signs of energy drain, cleansing regularly, and choosing sacred union over casual intimacy, you can protect your most valuable resource, your spiritual energy. This protection is what allows you to walk your path with strength, clarity, and the ability to fulfill your higher purpose. Building on the ways to protect and purify your energy, the next powerful step is learning about sexual transmutation. This is the ancient practice of turning raw sexual energy, often seen as just desire, into something far greater, your destiny. Great thinkers like Napoleon Hill spoke about this, and yogic and alchemical traditions have long taught that sexual energy is the most potent force we have. When properly redirected, it fuels creativity, spiritual growth, and the fulfillment of your life's true purpose. Instead of letting this energy scatter through fleeting pleasures, sexual transmutation means consciously channeling it into positive, life-changing activities. History is full of examples. Many great leaders, monks, artists, and warriors practice some form of sexual control or abstinence to build focus, inner strength, and clarity. Their ability to hold and redirect this energy helped them achieve extraordinary things, whether in battle, art, or spiritual awakening. This isn't about repression, but about using your energy as a tool for growth and achievement. For everyday life, especially for those who are spiritually aware or chosen ones, this practice starts with small but consistent habits. Morning rituals that center your mind and body can set the tone for the entire day. Simple things like meditation, breath work, or focused intention help you keep your energy steady and purposeful. It's also important to avoid triggers that pull you back into scattered or wasted energy. This could mean limiting time on social media, avoiding tempting environments, or consciously choosing healthier thoughts and actions. Replacing old habits with spiritual discipline strengthens your ability to stay on this path. The rewards of mastering sexual transmutation are profound. You begin to notice your intuition becoming sharper, receiving insights or divine downloads that guide your decisions. Your ability to manifest what you truly desire grows stronger, no longer relying on force or struggle, but flowing naturally with your energy. You attract the right people and opportunities because you vibrate at a higher frequency. This power is not just about success in the outside world. It's about aligning with your higher self and destiny. By learning to transmute desire into purpose, you unlock a well of power inside you that many never even realize exists. This is the path of the truly awakened, where intimacy and energy are respected as sacred forces shaping the course of your life. All of this shows us one clear truth. Intimacy is not just a game or something casual to be taken lightly. It is a sacred force, a powerful energy that shapes not only our bodies but our souls and spiritual paths. Most people go through life unaware of the deep spiritual consequences that come from treating intimacy as something without meaning. Casual, sex-fleeting desires and careless energy exchanges can leave lasting effects: energy drain, confusion, and a fog that clouds your true purpose. But this is not a message of shame or blame. Instead, it's a call to awaken. You are not broken or lost. You are simply waking up to the truth of your own sacred energy. Your body is a temple, and your sexual energy is the currency of your soul. When you protect it, honor it, and learn to use it consciously, you reclaim a power that can change your life. Imagine a rising sun, gentle and steady, shining on someone sitting quietly on a hilltop, meditating alone with calm and clarity. This image is a symbol of what happens when you stop giving your light to those who cannot hold it. When you stop scattering your energy to things that do not serve your higher purpose, you begin to remember who you really are beneath all distractions and illusions. You reconnect with your true self, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your destiny. If this message has made you rethink what you've been calling love or intimacy, just imagine the awakening that will come when you choose sacredness instead of casualness. This is not just a path for a few. It is a call for all those who are ready to step into their higher power and live with deeper meaning. Follow this journey, protect your energy, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible.